In the days when dust rose from the ancient roads of Galilee, when merchants filled the markets and Roman soldiers watched from stone-paved corners, life moved as it always had outside the village of Capernaum. The sun hung low above the Sea of Galilee, casting golden light upon the crowded trade road. Voices bartered, donkeys brayed, children laughed. Among them was a young boy named Eliab, only 8 years old, barefoot, his curly dark hair dancing in the wind, his laughter echoing as he rolled a small wooden wheel along the roadside. His mother Miriam watched him carefully, a loving mother, a watchful heart, for the roads were never without danger. Not far away a teacher walked with his disciples, Jesus of Nazareth, calm in step, steady in presence. His eyes filled with compassion as he moved among the people. But peace can shift in a single breath. A merchant's cart creaked under heavy clay jars. The horses grew restless, leather reins strained under pressure. Then a snap. The reins broke, the horses bolted, dust exploded into the air as hooves thundered down the slope. Cries of terror filled the marketplace. Baskets fell, crowds scattered, and in the middle of the road stood Eliab, frozen, his toy rolling from his hand as the ground trembled beneath pounding hooves. "Miriam!" she cried out, her voice breaking with fear. The Roman centurion reached for his sword, but steel could not outrun stampeding horses. The disciples shouted in alarm, but Jesus stepped forward. While chaos roared around him, he moved with unshaken calm, deliberate, fearless. Dust swirled at his feet as he stood between death and the child. The thunder of hooves drew near, and then he raised his hand, his voice steady as the sea at dawn. "Peace, be still." In an instant the horses halted, muscles tense, breath heavy, hooves inches from the boy. Silence fell upon the road. Even the wind seemed to bow. Eliab looked up, tears filling his bright eyes. The fear that gripped him began to loosen. Jesus knelt before him. "Do not be afraid, little one." A mother's arms wrapped around her son. Tears of sorrow turned to tears of relief. The disciples stood in awe. Even the Roman soldier lowered his sword, for authority had been shown, not in violence, but in mercy. As the sun dipped low over the Sea of Galilee, Jesus spoke to the gathered crowd. "Not one sparrow falls without the Father knowing, and you are worth far more than many sparrows." And as he walked toward Capernaum, the dust settled behind him, but the memory remained. On that road, a child was saved, and fear itself was commanded to be still.